Hello and welcome to the show. We are here on GTA 5 today, going racing around a really rather interesting circuit. This particular one, built by Track Procef, a fantastic little circuit. It is the Andres Roval. It's you will see. It's a good track for racing. There is a fight for pole that went on over there. Oh. They're trying to do the block me in while I'm heading my way down. Didn't quite work out, did it? You've got to get yourself turned back, pointing the right way before we get underway. I've only just got to the grid spot in time as we set off and underway for our race around here. So yes, there is an oval layout about here, and we're kind of running around in an almost infield version, which is pretty cool. Turn 1's been a big old mess. You carry a lot of speed into turn 1, or a big old mess for some cars, not too bad for me. You carry a huge amount of speed into turn 1, especially if you're further back with a little bit of slipstream, and you kind of ping your way through. Stevie gets a big slide. If you go too low, it's very lightly banked oval here. If you run too low, you get yourself in quite a little bit of trouble. We're going to jump across the grass. And this section here is fast. It's almost only one line to make your way through there, unless someone is kind, or unless you are far enough alongside that someone has to give you some space. Not really an overtaking opportunity. We are then going to head out, trying to avoid the spinning vehicle. Of course, with these Dominators, you can get in a little bit of bother getting them sideways and so on. Got these very, very fast back chicanes that you can go through. Now, you do not want to hit the grass here. The grass will launch you. Stinty's got in trouble on that one here. The grass will launch you properly up into the air, so you want to kind of try and avoid it. Let's head now back towards the other oval section. Oh, I don't know where cars are going to go there. I'm going to try and... Stinty was lagging out up there. Apparently the servers are having enough of this one. The rest lagged horribly and I think murdered somebody, but I don't actually know what went on there, so I'm going to not worry all that much about it as the leaders are fighting. The leaders were taking about 3 different lines through. One of the downsides with such an open turn 1 is that, or open, technically turn 2 I guess, there's about 3 different lines you can take through there, and if 3 different drivers take the 3 very different lines, you're all fast in different parts of the corner, and it can make a big mess if you are not aware where the others are. That's a gauntlet in a funny place. It's a gauntlet where a gauntlet didn't want to be. This has not actually gone amazingly well for me. We'll get stuck a little bit in other people's misfortunes, and I'm not quite carved my way up. We've still got time here. This is a 6-lap race. There is time. The important thing is, if we get held up a little bit, that's okay, as long as we don't get completely dumped down the order. That's the thing that we don't want, because, yeah, it will be a little more difficult to recover. Can we carry a lot of speed through this? We do. Can we get some slipstream? No. Stevie gets it and forces me out wide. Hypers have fallen a little bit behind me. Can I duck underneath the pair of these two fighting? We will, and that'll be a 5th position for me as the 3 cars up ahead all fight their way through there. Oh, there was a little bit of contact, so they got in trouble on the grass there. That puts me up to 3rd, but I have no slipstream, not from the car ahead. The vehicles behind, in fact, the vehicles behind have not really had much slipstream on me, curiously. Stevie is going to get alongside in that gauntlet, has a go, doesn't make it work. Who is leading? Brazen is miles out in front, actually, at the moment. Scotty has a gauntlet in 2nd. In general, the Dominator is considered the fastest vehicle in the muscle category. This particular, the GTX is very fast at twisty circuits, but gets murdered in a straight line, from what I remember, from my experiences anyway, of racing it. This is a bloody fast muscle car, so the gauntlet is doing well, clinging on to 2nd here. If we could just get in the slipstream, that would be lovely. This particular track, while we have slipstream and catch-up on, catch-up is less effective than some venues that you can go to, owing to the fact that, well, there aren't really very many long straights. Side-by-side through the chicane is possible, but both parties have to be very aware that they are going side-by-side. So he and Danger Man gave each other enough space, and we all made it stick. Danger Man is having a look, but isn't close enough. Might finally get the pass done to the inside towards these final couple of corners. Scotty got in all sorts of trouble on the grass banking there, and that will drop the gauntlet down the order. Yeah, if you get out of shape, if you get out of position on the grass, you are in trouble. It looks like Brazen is going to have a runaway at the front and not get caught kind of a race here as me and Chris are side by side through turn 1, because it's a big gap and we are not catching it, and we are way too busy fighting one another here. You know, we're taking alternative lines as we battle, and we're not really able to use the slipstream to our advantage all that much. Now, I love this section. I really, really like that fast section. You've got to be... It's close to flat. It's brilliant. Close to flat out, but not quite flat out. And with the way that the grass... where the grass banks are, you kind of bounce from side to side. It's just a fun track to drive in general, but in particular that section, to sort of string them corners together. And I like the chicane down here as well. The high risk versus reward kind of factor going on there. I've butchered that one up a little bit. We bounce a smidge. It's not as bad. I could have lost a lot more time. I lost some. But it could have been an awful lot worse. So Gliska wants to have a go around the outside. You struggle to make it work without a lot more of a slipstream run than that, although if he can make it stick, he'll be on the inside for the final corner here. We are on the wider line, and we do manage to keep ahead. There isn't much of a run to the finish line whatsoever here. It's very, very minimal in terms of a slipstream battle to the finish line. Sometimes these cars just don't seem to really get much slipstream going on, which is curious. Chris has run way too deep through turn 1. That might leave him in potential trouble from somebody else, as Gliska's still looking around. We want to cover the inside. If Gliska has to go a way round, I'll make it be the long way round, but I think he has now got the speed to make that one work. We can be neater and tidier through the fast chicane there. That'll be me up the inside through the next corner. It was... that's a tad aggressive pass. There was still space. Gliska realised there was going to be a car up the inside as well. And, yeah, just open the door the tiny bit once we were alongside, so there wasn't any big contact. We'll probably draw alongside here, though. So, again, much like we did with Danger Man earlier, got to give Gliska the space, and he will get the run through there. Now, Chris wants to go alongside. Oh, that's again, as I said, twice side by side through that chicane is always sketchy. This is helping Brazen out no end, because we're having to lift at flat out corners, and we are not catching that lead dominator. That is long gone, unless that was Brazen. Might have had a mistake. Okay, maybe we are catching the lead dominator on the final lap. I think Brazen might have made a mistake on that final corner, pinged the grass, much like Scotty did at about the halfway mark in this race. So Brazen is going to have company on this final lap. Can we find a way past, though? That is the question. There isn't much space to go up the inside. I knew there was going to be a car somewhere close, so I did leave a little bit of a gap for Chris to put the nose of the Dominator. And Pegga's got the highest placed gauntlet in this lead pack. I'm going to attack the curves maybe a little bit too much through all of that. Oh, someone was in the wall behind us there. If I can get in a slipstream range, there might be half a chance. I think I slid the car too much, though. And then Pegga is looking for a way past. If they can find one. And Pegga's actually out a little bit wide. Come on. Just get the slipstream. Get close enough out of this chicane. This is where we need to be. Oh, very quick. We clobber the curbs a bit too hard, really, for all of that. This has got a very good run. Now, we saw, though, that run on the higher line is difficult to make work. Not difficult to make work if I get a huge oversteer moment. That has cost me big time, and that will cost me second place. Unless Gliska beans it on the final corner. Too fast. Oh, I thought I'd thrown that one away. Brazen takes victory, and a well-earned victory. They was so far gone. So far gone down the road in that one for the majority of the time. We get second after Gliska ends up in the wall on the final corner. Just pushes it too hard all the way into that final section. I will take a gifted, slightly, second place. And Pegga gets highest of the gauntlets up in third ahead of Hyper. Gliska does end up in fifth ahead of Blakey. Invisible AK, Danger Man, Nareths, and Stevie would round out the top 10. Fantastic track. Very, very good racing. I thought I'd throw it away with a big oversteer moment, but somehow we just about got away with it. So, for our second run around here, we have got some race cars. The Massacro and Jester are going to take to the track. I like this pairing of cars. I like these vehicles in GTA 5. They've made for plenty of good racing in the past, so let's hope they can make for some good racing in this one. We are away from pole, although it's not going to be first towards turn 1. It's going to be it's a very busy turn 1 with the many different lines. There was a Jester in the middle there that got a little bit of a squeeze. It was stuck between me and an Impega for all of that. We're going to have a run around the top. I mean, we were going fast up there. I just had nowhere to go with a Brazen in the way. Liam's going to run out of momentum on that outside line. It looks like the white car is going to take over the lead. We just squeeze past a Brazen who was having troubles of their own. We actually get a really, really good run through all of that. Can we follow Impega through? We're going to be stuck side by side with Impega. Don't make it 3 wide towards the chicane. That's madness. I'm going to duck out of that. There is a grey car alongside us there. Again, we are going to ping ourselves up on 2 wheels. Hyper was kind, or whoever it was actually, it might have been the refs. So many different changing coloured cars. Yeah, kind gave us plenty of room to get through that one. Okay, there's a car going to the outside that will not quite make much work through that. We're going to get a big slipstream pull. Yeah, I think realistically, you have to have got your pass done before the final corner in this one. There is no... I mean, there is a little bit of slipstream towards the finish line, of course, but there's not enough. It won't be a pull yourself to the victory. You've got to get done before Brazen. That's a very wide line through all of that. I should be able to cut underneath through the oval course. There's someone up the top with a massive amount of slipstream that's going to try and make that work. Side by side into this quick chicane. We can make that stick. We're going to go out the other side on the inside. Liam's there having a look, trying to find a way past. We are, for the second time in 2 laps, actually up the inside of Brazen through the same corner. Brazen fires back alongside me. We have to be wide coming onto this back straight. Actually get a little kick of oversteer. That's not what we want. Masacros are in the top 3 positions. I will lift out of that battle because that battle won't work. Liam gets a huge 2-wheel moment, and it's my turn to now carry the big speed into this rear chicane. Come on, slipstream, slingshot our way up to the lead. We do very nicely indeed. Okay, we are leading the way up towards the end of the second lap. Will we hold that lead as we cross the line on the second lap? That is the question. It looks like we are far enough away. Liam actually runs a bit too wide out of that corner. Now, the Hordes are still going to be fighting, of course. Oh, Liam goes the way I wasn't expecting. Sorry, I was expecting everyone to go... I was kind of quite a long way to the left. I expected everyone to go around the outside, but apparently not. Liam gets a little bit of oversteer through that corner. Oh, my turn to take the Brazen line through there. We are slightly... track extending. To be fair, that line actually doesn't really give me much speed in the long run. I had to have a lift there. Liam's going to have checked up as well. We got a little bit tangled all together. We tripped over one another. Brazen for the 3rd lap in a row. It's a different car this time, sneaking up the inside, although that jump is going to cost Chris at least 1, possibly 2 places, as Brazen's turn to run wide through there. Now we're back side by side towards this chicane. I was worried about the pink car suddenly appearing. It didn't. Thankfully, we have a little lift. Get ourselves in a better position onto this back straight. It is a brilliant, absolutely brilliant track for racing around here. We're going to go the long way round on the oval. Can't do it. Can I duck underneath for the penultimate corner? I think we probably can, you know. I think we can do that. And around the final turn we go. Oh, Brazen was doing a wheelie in the background. I don't quite know what happened. Something occurred back there. There was a little bit of chaos, as they were all fighting over what was 2nd position. And yeah, Brazen, by the looks of it, bore the brunt of it. However, is still going. We'll give space in case there was anybody on a tight line. I think there was. Maybe not quite fully alongside. We've got our other Team Orange car coming to join us in the form of Blakey, which is nice to see. I don't know where any of the Jesters have got to. The highest placed Jester, we've mostly been fighting with Sacros. Impega, is the highest placed Jester. They try to fit too many cars into a narrow chicane, and Impega just got a slight tag from somebody and was pointing sideways. This gives me breathing space. This gives me some breathing space. Now, it probably won't be enough. You never know. We saw Brazen just run away at the front while everyone was fighting for second. If they fight each other for second, this probably won't be far enough. If they work together, which they've already got me. they're already going to get me, yeah, because they'll be in slipstream range by the time we get to start-finish straight. So, yeah, they sadly didn't fight each other. It wasn't quite a big enough gap, shall we say. A little bit of a jump across there. We'll lead another lap around here at least, which is something. Hyper's out very wide. The two purple cars are lining up to have a go, and Liam is back in the fray. I'm just going to hold my line down here, depending on which side they want to go. Don't clip the inside curb through there. That's not ideal particularly. Me and Liam are side by side. Oh, I was trying to get out of the way of Hyper's car, and I thought I was just going to be clear enough with Liam. I wasn't. No real harm done in all of that. We have Liam a little bit of a bump in the end. No positional gains. I think it was really advantageous. I got past briefly and then lost it anyway. Nareths is leading out wide though through these next corners. Oh, there's a lot of like converging lines around here. I wanted to try and get to the inside and get a good run, but there's Hyper there. Liam's gonna get Liam's gonna get past. Liam's gonna get second. Will Hyper lift? Does eventually decide better of it. We end up punting Liam out of the chicane, which is kind of good for him. We've actually got a mega run down here now, and that will put us up to the lead. Liam gets big understeer coming into the banked corner. Now we've got Nareths back. Still 3 and 4 wide for the lead. Impega's come to rejoin the fun. Nareths hit the big old what's-it-called curbing. We're 4 wide. This is the penultimate lap. This is that's the penultimate lap of the race, and we were 4 wide across the start-finish line. Little bit of lag not helping. Oh, this is going to be such a busy final lap, and I think Hyper might have come off worse in all of that. Sadly, yeah, it could go any which way. Chris has got himself to the inside. I'm trying to stay out of trouble, but you've got to be there at the end of this final lap. It's no good being in the fight at the start of it. Liam has sadly fallen foul of that. Just too many cars trying to swap sides and fit into the chicane. We're out in second still, ahead of Impega and Chris and the like. Oh, we nearly got a Jester. We nearly got assistance from that Jester. We've got a good run down here. We can sweep around the outside for the first part of the chicane. We can shoot our way out the second part. Don't get too far on 2 wheels. There is Stinty fighting with Nareth. Nareth's gone very, very wide in all of that. This might be good news for me here if we can hold it. We've got, not Stinty, sorry, we've got Gliska on the outside. Impega's had to go at the inside. It's not worked for Impega. It is a drag race between me and Gliska. There was a little bump. Oh, no, it's all gone wrong on the outside. Impega's going to get it, I think. What a mad race to the finish. Gliska was very unlucky. I think there was just so many cars trying to... Which way did... No, it went to me. Hold on, I thought Impega had got that. Bloody hell, I thought Impega had got that. Fair play. I was fairly sure that hadn't gone my way. But what a race. Bloody hell. Yeah, I tried to duck underneath the offensive blue Jester, and I might have ever so slightly tagged it, and then there was a purple car on the outside as well, and as I was trying to get that car, wrestle that car under control as well. It ended up across the front of somebody, I presume Nareths? I'm not actually sure. What a bonkers race. We knew that finale was going to be exciting, and it certainly was. Also, thank you very much, Track Racer, for the amazing circuit. It's an awful lot of fun to go racing. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.